Hello, I'm Rigibo, rigibo.com, and today I'm going to show you the Panasonic Lumix GX800K. It's also called 850, depends where. Okay, let's start. First of all, thank you to photosura.com who lent me the camera. They're based in the Canary Islands in Tenerife. They send all over the world, Europe mainly, but all over the world. Thank you. I thank them. This is where I buy most of my gear. I thank them for lending me the camera so I could test it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ericgibo. Today I'm recording straight from my MacBook Pro face camera, and because it's easier and faster to record. If I don't like the result, next time I will do it differently as I used to do before. Okay, I miss a bit of light, maybe I should have put some more light, but well, that's okay, we'll go for that. And the important what I'm going to tell you, I'm not to make you a scientific presentation of this camera. I'm going to give you my impression. I will put some pictures and some video rush in there I made with it, so you have an idea yourself. So I'm going to give you the specs. I got my notes, I printed the Panasonic specs, so I tell you more or less, and as I go I tell you what I like and what I don't like. First, what I don't like is this. I hate it. Look at this. This is a micro SD. They use micro SD. Many compact cameras nowadays are using micro SD. I don't like them because they're really small. If they fall, you lose them. I don't like them. But this is the way they do, so I don't decide for them. They probably have their reason. Also, I have many SD, normal SD cards. Before I had the compact flash cards, now I've got the SD cards. So I don't want another system again, but that's it. That's the way it is, okay? The size. You look at the size of this. This is ridiculous. But this is not a compact camera. I don't like really compact camera. For that, you use a telephone, okay? What I like is this. This is a micro four thirds camera. So you can actually change lenses. So this is great. You can put your Panasonic lenses, your Leica Panasonic lenses, or you can put your Olympus lenses or Sigma, whatever, micro four thirds. So this is great. This is a really good reason to get this instead of using your telephone, because today you want to put a bigger lens, you can do it, or a more luminous lens, you can do it. Okay. And this is really small. This is really thought for bloggers, vloggers. Look at the screen, you can flip it, and then you can look at yourself while recording. So you can speak, and you do it this way. I'm doing some testing in a selfie mode. I'm turning around to see how the picture goes. Okay, the light, sorry, the exposure, as you can see. Okay, here I'm backlit, sorry. So this is really thought for that. This is very, very easy to use. This is the camera, you just take it and you're ready to shoot. What I normally don't like about non-pro cameras non-pro cameras is because you have on the same buttons the aperture and the speed. So when you work manually, manual exposure, this is a bit of a nightmare for me. But when you use a camera like this, do you really want to do manual exposure? No, what you want is something ready and go fast. So, or you put it full automatic and the results are brilliant. I'll show you some picture while I speak. And I think the results are really good. The colors are really great. The exposure was spot on every time. So nothing to worry about. If you want manual exposure, you can do it. But I think what I would prefer to do, and I did, is to use Aperture Priority. I did that because this way, I decide on the aspect of my depth of field, and then the camera calculates the rest for me. So if you put on the A mode, the Aperture Priority mode, it's great to use. This camera goes brilliant, easy. It's very small. It's 269 grams. That's a laugh. That's nothing. 16 megapixel. Many people say, oh, that's 16 only, 16 only. Come on, so 16 is great. My Olympus camera, the OMD 5 Mark II, I'm using has 16 megapixels. I do pro photography with that. So I don't know why, because people hear 40 megapixels, 50 or whatever, they just think you need megapixel. For most of what we do, 16 is it's enough, more than enough, okay? This is like a pro camera. You can RAW file, JPEG, and it also do 4K video. You have the sRGB, the Adobe RGB. I go fast on this. It do obviously 4K video and also full HD, obviously. And I'll tell you what's important. Okay, bad points. This body is not stabilized. It means that with the kit lens that comes with lens stabilization, no problem, it's stabilized. But if you use another lens without stabilization, the stuff won't be stabilized. So if you do some movies or a low light picture, that may be a problem for you. But I think people who buy this want something point and shoot, really easy to use. Maybe they will never change the lens, or maybe they will, it's not sure. But with this kit lens, especially if you're a blogger or vlogger, you can actually work with it straight from the box, and it's easy and it goes perfect. So don't worry too much about this stabilization just in the lens. Don't worry too much about that, in my opinion, okay? I'm testing stabilization walking down the street. I've got the camera at waist level. The kit lens is a 12 to 32 millimeters, which is equivalent of 24 to 64 in full frame. Is it enough? I think yes, for most of what you can do in street photography, vlogging, blogging, all this. If you need longer lens, you can change lenses. By the way, there is a small flash here, 3D flash. It has no flash hot shoe, so you cannot actually put an external flash. But no, it depends what you do. But really, I think that's okay for that. For what I would do with a camera like this, okay? For me, at least, okay? Up. You can print directly from the camera. This camera is really thought to be connected. You can print directly, you can connect using Wi-Fi, you can send straight to edit within the camera, so it's ready to send your phone and then send to social networks. One point, there is no microphone connector, so it means you will need or to use the onboard microphone and restart some noise, or use an external recorder, or using your telephone to record, okay? Black minus, horrible minus. The battery is 680 milliamperes, and the problem, it gives you 210 pictures, which is really low in my opinion. You will need a second or third battery. And that leads me to another problem. All these cameras, not just this one, most of cameras nowadays, they don't come with a charger that you take off, you remove the battery and place it in the charger. You actually plug the charger cable in the battery and you charge with the battery within the battery inside the camera. And that's a problem because if you want to charge a battery and walk away somewhere, you can't, because you need the camera to be charging a battery. So at night, let's say you will charge my batteries at night. So you charge a couple of hours, and then you have to wake up, place a second battery, and then wake up again, place a second battery. Please, I don't know why they do that. It's a lot easier to have an external charger. You actually remove the battery from the camera and place it into the charger. But most brands now do this, especially with that kind of market camera. Okay, that's a lower range camera. Okay. Right now I'm walking in selfie mode to see how stabilization is doing. I'm quite impressed actually. Doesn't move that much. Well, I'll check on the final edition, but I'm quite impressed. You have silent mode. The screen obviously is all touchable screen. Obviously, it's very to use. You can rethought for selfies, the auto picture, and you have all you can imagine recording scenes to be easy to use. For example, you want to do like this, you just select portrait, food, nighttime, whatever, and it's very easy to use. I know that it sounds beginner what I'm saying, but most people will use camera, will use it this way. Especially blogger, you go for breakfast and you want to take a picture of your breakfast. You don't bother with the special lighting, whatever. That does it on its own. It's perfect, works fine. Okay. 4K video, big problem with 4K video. This camera does 4K, does full HD, but in 4K it overheats. It means, although in theory you could actually record during 30 minutes without stopping, after 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the ambient temperature, the camera will stop to cool down. And that's a problem if your idea was to do some long video rush in 4K. If you're doing full HD, you won't even notice. Or if you do short videos like 30-second take, 1 minute take, whatever, you would not even, if I didn't tell you what, you would not even know that it overheats, okay?
I changed the exposure mode, the measure, light measure mode. Now I've got a central point, and it's true that in this situation, if you're going to do some vlogging, this is a lot more logical to put like this. The exposure adapts quite fast, as you can see. Okay, that's quite good.
It's really well connected, Wi-Fi, all that. I think I already said it. Then you have some functions that are great, features like post focus. I'm putting two pictures right now. You actually make the picture, and then after making it on the screen, you indicate where you want the focus point to be. So you see these two pictures, one has the W and it's more or less in focus. Actually, the same picture, I just indicated different place where to have the need point, again, the focus point. Autofocus, 49 areas, that's fine. That's enough. The autofocus works quite fine, it's good. You have all the exposure that system that you may think, I mean, central, spot, everything, okay? Same, everything.
As you can see, there is a bit of flare. Look at my beard and neck. Okay, but I'm against the light. The sun is directly into the lens, so it's quite impressive anyway. You just have to move a bit and make sure when you check your screen that the flare doesn't happen.
ISO from 200 to 25,600 in photo. If you do in video, it's up to 3200. To what I've seen, up to 1200, 1600 in photo, the noise is quite okay, no problem. Okay, after it goes a bit more difficult. And the shutter, you can actually make a picture from 60 seconds up to 1/16 of a second with the electronic shutter. And what else? You can do panoramic picture, you can do time lapse. There is what Panasonic called the 4K photo. It actually makes a small, very short rush of 4K video, and then you can extract the frame and tell that will be my picture. That makes you a 8 megapixel picture. Is it enough? For most people it is. So it depends what you want to do. In this case, the burst is 30 images per second. In case you make normal picture, the burst is in mechanical shutter, 5.8 frame per second. And if you're in electronic, it's 10 picture per second. There is a small flash in there. You can see here, press. Okay, small flash in there. There is no hot shoe, so you will cannot connect anything. But you have this small flash. It's synchronized to 1/50th of a second. The bad point. So I said the body is not stabilized. That may be a problem for you. The camera overheats in 4K. So that may have some limits, depending on what you're doing. And there is no manual exposure in video. So in photography, yes, but when you do video, you cannot do the manual exposure. Pro, I was surprised with the low light picture and video. The quality was quite acceptable at 32,000 ISO. It was okay to me. I mean, you have to look not perfect, but it was acceptable, and the dynamic range is okay. What else did I forget? Let me check. I think that's it. That's it. If you need the full specs of the camera, obviously my video is not about telling you the full specs. Check the website of Panasonic or check other YouTube video. I was just wanted to tell you my impression. Yes, I would buy that kind of camera if I needed it, because you walk around with that. It's very easy to use. It works straight away. The colors are really nice. Even if you worked in automatic, the results are really nice. Easy to use. Yes, I would recommend that kind of camera. So the size, everything is in favor. What would be negative was stabilization, and not much more. It costs around 400 euros. That's nothing for what it gives you. Okay. So thank you very much for watching the video. Please check photosura.com website. Thank you to them for lending me the camera. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, please. youtube.com/ericgibaud. My website, ericgibaud.com. My email, if you have any question, info@ericgibaud.com. Facebook, facebook.com/ericgibaud. Photo, Instagram, ericgibaud. Twitter, ericgibaud. I think that's it. Thank you very much. Bye.